also means that Schalke are going to be putting the Jarvan in the top side. So that's a very strong early game 2 versus 2, where Memento on this Elise can play around the Jarvan and help him build up an advantage, because the lane against Poppy is one that Jarvan should win early on.
Could be a comfortable matchup, but now we're at the point where the Swain is going to is set to go mid lane into the hands of Nuke Duck. And this one's trading stacks of that corrupting potion. Cold maybe looking to find a play here. Poppy, of course, can. Only level 2, though. Doesn't look like she can deny the flag and drag. That is the knock-up. Now knock back into the wall. One trying to get out. First blood dropping for Cold. Well played by the OG top side.
Yeah, really nicely done there from Cold.
Side who needs to get into melee range to find that knock-up, and for Elise who needs to land those critical skill shots. The slow is very valuable. That's the knock-up. Mithy is going to get stunned up here, but now Ignar may have strayed too far. The TP coming in. Cold now trying to back it out. Afari finds back into the wall. Memento just deleted. Ignar next on the menu. Just going to walk him down and give Patrick the kill as well. OG now dominating this early game.
Really nice shot
Very
calling.
much behind overall. Would like to have that gold and experience himself. And Nuke Duck maybe now fishing for a greater play. He's going to get the pullback just in time to stop the claw from being reactivated. Now activates the ult and just going to walk Abadage down. The flash forward is going to be brought back. Oh, Abadage. Here comes the Demon Flare. Push it again. That's the kill.
Poor Abadage in the mid lane tower. The whole place.
No doubt. And he has these niche counter picks where you go, hey, Lysandra, that's my comfort pick. He's got, oh, I've got something in the book for that one. And now Fari now has to run. Abadage going to do what he can? Is he going to try to solo clear that one? No, just spotted Cold out, and Cold, of course, going to get right out with the tunnel. Now Otawamne can just walk down, and they can try to secure this Memento here as well. So Rift Herald at least will go over to the side of Schalke. Ages as the Herald for someone top.
This is exactly what I wanted to see from Memento. Go for a plate gank with the Herald on the top side of the map. They can easily knock out this turret. What I mean by plate gank is that you're not actually ganking to get a kill. You're ganking to get that money off of the tower and off of the turret plane. You got to go for that before the 14-minute mark to really get anything done. So we have to watch OG and how they can sort of kite back in these fights and stay alive.
Nuke Duck is going to climb up, but oh, that is going to be the stopwatch use. He's healing up as much as he possibly can. Needs to use a little bit more. He's still alive. Nuke Duck living. The Cataclysm comes out, and then you're able to kill him. They do get the shutdown. Mithy now in trouble. Memento going to fall with the Cocoon. That should be 2. No, Mithy makes it to safety. He's cold. Sniped on the backside. Patrick finds a way to get the kill for his team, and now Ignar has to run for his life. The double knockup, stepping away as Upset comes back, looking to turn the play back, but he's knocked out immediately. Cold goes under, comes back up, but still goes down in the end. Otawamne debating whether or not to extend the play. Upset is here as well, but both sides are going to back off.
It was a good start there from Schalke.
But they get enough burst that it's not impossible. It was very close to being.
Well, here's the thing. It's actually Ignar and Memento working really well together to find a gank timing in the mid lane. And Nuke Duck gets a little overconfident because Mithy is here. And it starts off, it's great. They got the kill onto Nuke Duck, but then Memento says, I'm going to flash forward. We're going to die for Mithy. Abadage takes 2 tower shots. Memento gets slammed and killed. That's 2 quick kills here for OG. And then they trade for Ignar underneath the tower. It's almost a 3-for-1. If Cold had been able to survive there with the extra healing from Triumph.
The core of the team is able to keep this pressure up on the top side. Nuke Duck now looking to find the pick, pulling Abadage back. He's going to have to self-ult here in a second. Nope, does not have the opportunity. It's just going to back off. Will stay alive, but Memento now in trouble. What goes up must come down. He's going to walk right into that team, and he's just going to get deleted instantly. Upset potentially next. Nuke Duck threatening on the front line. Demon Flare is going to get proc, but Abadage immediately has to use the self-ult. Ulti comes out, flash to safety. Following his own claw, OG taking complete control of the mid lane, and Alfari's looking for the solo kill, chasing down Otawamne. He needs to make his way out of there. There's the buckler. Captain America not going to come through in the end. Odo making it out to safety. Call out just because item-wise always feels like the easy indicator, although Alfari. Oh, now Cataclysm. We're going to extend this play. All right. Oh, flash away. Now it's just a 1v1. Alfari's just going to use his Tassi. Upset now coming in. Needs to get some CC down if he wants Upset to use his ultimate, and they are just going to use that TP for nothing in the end, as OG are going to move down the mid lane. Memento now in trouble. That's the Ezreal burst coming through. Spider goes down, gets immediately knocked up, and dies. OG now in complete control. They're just going to run down the mid lane, and you have to wonder what happened in that play from Schalke.
Schalke really tried to force in the bottom lane, and OG were able to kite back with a good flash from Alfari, and now they're going to get themselves an inhibitor on top of it just at 22 minutes into the game. I mean, they can even walk back towards the Baron because Memento is still going to be dead for 15 more seconds.
And this is
he's on a ward.
Right on top of a ward. Mithy is just going to walk back. He knows his team is there to protect him. They have 4 members strong on the bottom side. Ulti goes over the wall. Big chunk of health out of Ignar and Upset. Abadage looking to find him in the pinch. Now going to find the engage immediately. Mithy taken down. That's not a good opportunity to start it off. Ignar now engaging on Cold. The flash out to safety. The retreat. Swain nowhere nearby. They can't keep the fight going. People don't. Of course, 3 items for the Kai'Sa. Not the biggest break point for Kai'Sa overall, but the 4-item point, usually the one that people reference more, but not going up against a normal crit AD carry. Now I'm trying to find the fight. Cold off to the flank. Nuta could be right in the middle of everything to knock up on a Memento if they take out the jungler. It should set them up for success. Abadage on the backside. They're peeling him back. Mithy going to miss the engage as well. Abadage retreating. Nuta and the rest of OG have burned so much. They're not able to get a kill, but they are now set up to go right to that Baron.
Yeah, OG really tried to force the fight right there, but you can see sort of the weakness of this composition. Yet, they do chunk out Memento, so they go straight back over towards this Baron. They're going to be starting it up, though, and they're missing an ultimate on Alfari, ultimate on towards Mithy. Schalke, this is their best chance possible to punish OG.
TP up from Upset. They're not sure if it's happening. Odawane needs to be careful. They're going to try to deny the entrance. Is he going to be able to even use the ultimate? No, just locked down completely.
It's a huge miscommunication from Schalke. They had a blue trinket. They used it after Odawane had already been picked off, so they lose their frontliner. Now they have to sort of walk in 4v5. This is not something
if you go in and lose this fight, the game is over. Schalke Memento stepping forward, hoping to steal it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now on the retreat, Abadage trying to pull it back with the Baron being burned down. They cannot contest this one. Memento has to walk away empty-handed, and OG about a 10k gold lead in their back pocket now on top of the Baron buff. OG play the better end of those mind games.
I mean, honestly, Schalke have a lot of tools to what?
One more auto. I think he's going to go back for it.
Now you ulti. And now you Q when he comes down.
W. I think he'll be able to get it. They're going to be able to kill Odawane too if they're not careful. The Q forward, trying to now make his way out. Of course, Upset now trying to find the fight, immediately going to go in. Nuke now trying to peel off. Of course, a lot of frontline damage. Mithy trying to get the fight started. That's a double man knockup. Now pulls back. Cold can follow it up. Nuke flashing forward. That's Death's Hand. Another one going to go down. Double for Nuke. A third coming in for Patrick. Smiles on the faces of the OG coaching staff as they barrel through this base.
Origin wiped the fight with 30+ seconds on every single member of Schalke. They're going to be looking to end the game right here. Draco, second place, looking so much closer.
Closer and closer with every win. Christie, Odawane retreats back to the fountain. He knows this one is over. Alfari throwing down some wards just to let him know. Going to knock him right back into his own fountain. They're taking their time. They're burning their Zonias. They're pushing every active they got, celebrating this win. OG, a confident and clean game.
Kill the Nexus
and get one step closer to second place.
Nailed it.
At the end of the day, it was clean, it was controlled, it was exactly what we expected from Origin, and while there were moments of life from the side of Schalke, it just looks like OG were in control from minute one.
I mean, from minute one, right, Cold's early game pathing, just knowing exactly where Memento was going to be, knowing where Schalke wanted to force a play, and he was able to be there, and they were able to punish this Schalke squad. It felt like that continued the entire game. Well, Schalke, they saw opportunities, they wanted to make these plays, but every time they tried to execute on it, OG were always ready to punish them.
Absolutely, and for Schalke, it's a terrifying spot to be in. The 1-to-1 head-to-head record with SK means that you lose tomorrow, SK lose, you're a tiebreaker. You know, on the opposite side, of course, you win, they lose, you're in. But if they win and you lose tomorrow, you're done, you're out, and that's it. And for a team that started so incredibly strong, because you got to remember, if we go back to like week 4, week 3, we're like, this is the team that's going to contest G2.
Yeah, they were like 7-1.
Yeah, this is the team that's going to rise up. It's them or Vitality. Someone's going to stick it to G2, and it's going to be one of these teams. Yeah, that story has changed in the recent weeks, Henry.
It really has. Now going into the last day of regular season play and tied with SK for 6th place. This team needs wins. They need wins now, and then they can try to, you know, fix the pieces of the puzzle and try to get everything back in order here for playoffs, because this team is just hanging on by a thread, and they are very close to falling out.
Brutal situation, but with the luxury of losing a best of 5 if you can't win the day, and coming back in Rotterdam to try to find a path to the playoff or the finals.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely huge, right? Making that top 2 and having that guarantee, having that ability to fall down and still pick yourself right back up. The new playoff format, I think, has sort of opened